What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I want to start off by apologizing for any noise in the background. It's lunchtime at my house, so family's a little hangry. But today I thought I'd give y'all a video on how I sharpen most of my knives. And this is just how I do this for my hard use knives, or the knives that I just don't really need that perfect exact edge on. For a lot of my bushcraft knives and things, I'll go ahead and use my sharpening stones and things like that. But if I just want to put a quick edge, like on a kitchen knife, or this is the only real pocket knife I have. But if I want to go ahead and put an edge on those type of things, I'm going to go ahead and use this system to do that, just because it takes no more than 2 to 3 minutes, and it gets a very nice sharp edge on the knives, but it does sacrifice that really precise grind. So that's the only real downside to this. But what I'm going to be using today is this. This is a Wen 1x30 belt sander with the sanding disc on the side. I hardly ever use that, but we're going to be using the sanding belt right here. And the belts that I use are Red Label Abrasive. I think these are just their regular aluminum oxide belts. But they work pretty well. I talked to the company a little bit, and they said that these belts are really for if you're just going to be using the tool lightly, or if you're going to be woodworking with it. They're not great if you're going to be doing a lot of profile grinding or heavy what's the word I'm looking for? Basically just taking down a lot of stock on metal. They're not great for that, but they were cheap. They're like $20 for 12 belts, and each belt lasts 6 or 7 uses if I'm not using it for too much. But anyway, let's go ahead, move this out of the way, and just so that y'all can see, I've got this kitchen knife here. It's already dull, but I'm just going to go ahead and just really make sure it's super dull. Got some paper. You can see there's nothing's happening. It's not even nicking the paper. Go ahead and stand up here. Safety glasses on. And I've got a 220 grit on here right now. So it's going to get a little loud. Just turn your volume down or something. But it will be pretty loud. So I got the sharpener plugged in. We're going to go ahead and get this started. So we got a good burr established on here now. We've done both sides, and when you saw I was running my thumb against the knife like that, that's just feeling for the burr. Make sure it's there. We can go ahead and switch over to a 400 grit. And I've already used this, but it doesn't really make a difference. At this high of a grit, you're just mostly using it to polish and to knock that burr off. So go ahead and put it on, make sure it tracks, and we're going to start back on the side we first started with, because that's the side that has the burr right now, and we're just going to knock that burr off very lightly. Then we do the other side and continue on from there. Alrighty, I usually do about 4 to 10 passes per side per belt. So what is that? About 40 passes altogether. And then take my honing steel. I'm going to start with the side that I just sharpened. So I sharpened this way, so the burr is on this side of the knife. So I'm going to start with it on this side. And I'm going to go like this, each side 5 times per side, so 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's giving me a really nice edge already. Then we're going to go down the steel this way, starting on that same side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, using really light pressure, basically just the pressure of the knife, and 10. Alright, that's feeling pretty good. Got a nice good edge on there. We're going to go ahead, just take the strop really lightly, run it down the corner of the strop. 2, 3, 4. This just to make sure we got no real big burrs. That's 8, 9, 10. Alright, so now we should have this thing pretty dang sharp. I'll let cut hair. Let's see, I don't have a lot of hair on my arms. It's not the greatest at it, but for about 5 minutes worth of work we got a pretty sharp edge, and this is just a cheap like $1 kitchen knife. So yeah, I hope that was helpful to y'all. Like I said, you don't really want to use this for your bushcraft knives or your specific use knives, just because you don't have as much control with this setup as you do with sharpening stones, and you can't really dial it in that well to make sure that it performs to what you think it should. But if you're just looking for a quick, easy way to sharpen your knives, this is a very cheap and affordable solution, and I think just everybody should have a grinder in general, just because it's such a useful tool. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed. Hope you're sticking around. Leave comments, like, share it. I would really appreciate that if you did. It just helps me grow. But other than that, take care, and I will see y'all on the trail. Bye now.